Hello and welcome to Geek Space TV. It is wonderful to have all of you here. I hope you have been enjoying yourself. As always, our amazing music prior to the start of our show. Please ignore Claudia's face. She was 100% ready for us to go live. We promise. It's really good to see all of you. I hope you are having a wonderful time. If you're new here, you are watching Geek Space TV. We are an online broadcasting studio in the Seattle area. I was like, where are we? We're in Seattle. We're here to promote and increase diversity and inclusion within gaming and geek spaces. And we're very excited to share this story with you today. We are going to be playing another episode of Leviathan Distant Stars. It'll be the second to last episode for season 2.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Next
no.
week's the last episode for season 2.
It's
our finale. We gotta get this stuff.
Do you know what that means, Claudia?
I do.
On the finale, that means someone's gonna
die.
Oh, I thought you meant that you have to be ready next episode.
Wait, doesn't your character have a family member present?
I forgot. I'm not ready for anything. PSA, fake eyelashes are secretly glue pots.
What?
Good news, everyone.
None of that made sense. Yes, for
But
season
it
2,
did.
we will be coming back for season 3 with official dates and information to be announced at a later time. That's pretty much the only official thing that I currently have. We're not ending the show, just the season. You forgot your son, which sounds like something he could.
Don't say that. Kika's a great mother.
We have
She's
some
never lost him.
announcements as usual. Thank you so much for being here. We have our donation goal for the week split into 2 halves below my face. Somewhere down there. Probably all of your donations help us pay our rent, keep our butts in the seats, and occasionally provide us with only blue M&Ms. Actually, 1 color per person. So that's how we determine how many people are allowed on the show.
Green?
Other people are having M&Ms
Blue,
now.
green,
Yes. Well, we gotta do something with all
This
the
is a
ones.
democratic and equal system,
Who
Blue
gets-
Jay.
wait,
Can I
We are
just like
all
have
equals.
I would like to have some of all of the evidence.
No, that's
No.
not how it's right.
No,
What are
that's
the
not how
colors
it
of
works.
M&Ms?
I think it's blue, green, red, yellow.
Brown.
I think orange
Brown.
is like the peanut ones. We're not sponsored by M&Ms.
No, if M&M's wants to sponsor us.
Thank you.
If M&M's wants to sponsor us.
I won't say no. So thank you in advance for your donations. We'll be reading out those messages at the break time and then at the end of the show. Also, if you have fan art and you would like your fan art featured in our fan art slideshow, please submit that with the link that will be appearing in chat. We have a Wikia if you're like, what the heck is going on? Kind of like Claudia.
It's hard.
Then you can just go over and read the Wikia. Claudia, you can just pull it up on your phone. That's fine.
I'm garbage.
And catch up. That is untrue. Say something nice
Can I
about
have the
yourself.
brown M&Ms? Because
Say something nice about yourself.
my eyelashes are pretty without the glue.
I will accept that, but it's not great. Also, we have a Patreon. You can support us over there with regular monthly donations. That also goes directly towards paying all of our various monthly expenses and costs, and are the ways that we can continue to bring you content and new shows. So, with that, I think that's all of the announcements that I know. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, I don't know, Claudia, you want to talk about what's going to happen when Leviathan's not happening?
I'm really glad you asked me when I had a mouthful of Cheez-Its.
You're welcome. We don't have to. We can talk about that later.
So, this is going to be in that chair.
It's going to be great.
It's called OVA. Well, it's not OVA. The game system is called OVA, but it's called High School Royale. And we're doing season 2 very soon. I assume you're coming back. I haven't actually asked you.
I mean, I may or may not have bought glasses.
I know you
for
did,
it.
so you said you were coming back, but
Yeah, I guess.
yeah.
I'm not coming back because I wasn't on it to begin with.
But that's okay because you're gonna so many other shows just.
That's true. I'm going to be doing 4 shows a week. It's pretty great.
So yeah, that's gonna be happening not next week, but the week after, which means I get to send out emails after this weekend.
Okay. On that note, who are you? Why are you here? And all of that stuff.
Hi everybody, I'm Elizabeth Baldwin. I'm a part-time streamer, full-time big sister, and helper with makeup. And I am playing Ziana, the captain of the Batleth, ostensibly the leader of the crew. I mean, you know, sometimes when they feel like it. and also a greatly beleaguered person unable to cope with emotions and unable to understand people who don't just want to fight things. Why don't you just want to fight things? What's wrong with just fighting, punching things? What's wrong with it? I don't know. Who are you?
Hi. Yes, sir. Hi, I'm Tony Beeman. I'm at Tiny Beam on almost everything. I'm a no-time streamer, full-time improviser. I play Ludwig van Pelt, who is a lion who's 1 centimeter shorter than Claudia's character, coming in at a full 99 centimeters tall. He was born in the Leonis Gynocracy, where he had a pretty good life as a lion. The lionesses would order him about and bring him meat, till one day the great red lioness in the sky cursed him by giving him psionic abilities which are not appreciated by his people. And furthermore, the great red lioness forced him off his planet, where he now travels around in space. And much like cats in water, lions in space are uncomfortable and worried they don't get meat. Or that they're not going to get meat all the time.
Meatos stickos.
Are acceptable.
Are
And are-
a vaguely meat substitute material that can be found.
There is at least 1% meat.
Yeah.
Every time I look at you, I see a corgi butt on the shelf.
Every time I look at you, I see a cord.
This is my new face now.
Hi, I'm Jackie Dash. Claudia's real name. Jackie Dash is my chosen name. Jakidash. I am a person. I do this thing. And on the show, I play Kika, who's our baddie engineer. I fix things even if they're not broken, because I make it that way, and then I fix them again. And might or might not have childs who are adults who are now amok.
Running.
Child who became an adult who became a muck.
Well, what's really great is that the child can make their own decisions, but they might be good decisions. I actually don't know. I don't know how much Lauren wants me to care. How much will I care?
Are you talking as Claudia or Kika?
I mean, yeah.
Great. Who are you?
Hi, I am Sarah. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Shellgame, but there ain't nothing on my Twitch right now, so wait.
Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there. Or
Do go there.
You do you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying there's nothing there yet.
You are the boss of your own Twitch follows.
Good job. Also, I play Thea Barone. And she may or may not break things so that Kika can fix them so that they can get onto certain crews so that, they can find places to get more things, because that's what Thea does. She acquires things for people, mostly herself, from others who may or may not be looking.
Or who are looking, but just bad.
Yeah, who am I to say? Anyway, I acquire them, and they're mine now.
Dishonorable.
That's right. Oh, also, I think someone's in my brain right now.
Right. I remember that.
Rude.
I'm not in her brain.
Shame.
I'm in my brain, which, is, good on some days, bad on others. But I'm Blue Jay. You can find me, Indigo Jay now. I've become Indigo Jay.
It's a good color, though.
Indigo's a good color. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BlueJay and on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I have lots of other social medias that you can probably find by Googling or something. I don't know. On this show, I play Rachel Lucas, a human, partial warrior, partial biopsionic who likes to refuse to admit that she's a biopsionic. It's a thing. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
You're not. You are.
It's fine.
I am.
You are.
I'm not.
She is.
We are.
Yep. Yes.
No.
And I am your GM, Random Tuesday. So let us begin with reminding ourselves about what happened last time on Leviathan Distant Stars. The crew of the Batleth have a plan. Have been given a plan. And this plan is a plan on how to defeat the Rays, the monstrous alien race that are hell-bent on the destruction of our known galaxy. That plan involves sneaking up onto one of their ships full of monsters that will kill them or convert them to their kind. and then stealing from the brain of essentially the equivalent of the captain, the map that will get them back to the star system that these monsters came from so that they can find information to destroy them at their source. Simple plan. Unfortunately, there's a slight glitch in that plan in which they need to get a hold of an artifact that is powerful enough in order to rip this information from the brain of a monster that does not want them to have it. Meaning, they need what is the Helm of Gatora belonging to the Leonis Ganocracy, a ancient artifact that their people once had, up until actually quite recently when it was stolen by Spirates. So the crew of the Batleth are now on their way to the planet Duranga to intercept the meeting between the sellers and the buyers of this Helm of Gatora and attempt to steal it for themselves, well, simply return it back to the Leonis Ganocracy after borrowing it briefly with their permission. So actually borrowing, not even stealing, in order to steal this information from the raised ships. So our crew made their way to Phelan Gucky, the gambling den on planet Duranga, in which they were going to infiltrate. They were going to heist this heist. It's not really a heist. This transfer, this sale.
I think it's a heist.
They're doing a heist, but the sale is not a heist.
We're not stealing anything, though. We're taking back what was rightfully my
Exactly.
people's.
Yeah, I know. That's how I always feel.
They're returning something.
Yeah, but this time it's actually true.
But we're stealing it from the Spirates, who already stole from someone else. Like, looking, like,
I mean,
we are
realistically,
stealing.
what hasn't been stolen from someone if we go down to the deep core?
The ship that we ride on.
Their plan, their foolproof, flawless plan to heist this heist was to send Thea in first to hack some of their security systems in order to shut off various cameras and get some internal, some infiltration on the inside. The rest of the crew is then going in as backup. With the cameras from the outside turned off, they scaled up the side of the building and then down the side of the building, hoisting off some of the metal window covering. Shutters, thank you. I was like corrugated window covering. They pulled some of that off and got into one of the second floor rooms that are typically used as these sort of sale, private event rooms, shall we say. This one is currently not in use, and in fact, from the information that Thea was able to gather, will not be in use for this whole night, and is directly across the hall from where the sale is going to be happening. There was some potential success in getting the cameras turned off, but the amount of time was definitely not as long as maybe they would have wanted. The eventual plan is that Thea is going to go in posing as a server with 4 doses of quiet to administer to the individuals in that room who are commencing the sale, have them knock the fuck out with drugs, quietly steal the Helm of Gatora, sneak out through the room that the crew is in, down the side and out without any great trouble.
If that fails, we're gonna punch things.
That's Ziana's plan. Ziana doesn't really understand why they're going with any plan that doesn't involve punching, but as a good captain, she is willing to consider other options. So, we left the crew, and I actually have to back up and retcon one detail, which is the group that came in with the package to be stolen. So the first group of people that came in were not the ones who stole it, which is what I originally said. They're the people who are buying. It is the Chartreuse Serpents. So it was a group of, I think I said 2 of them were coming in. No, there was 1 in the lead and then two behind him was coming in. So there are 3.
Are those the Iratos?
No, these are not the Aratos. These are mostly human-looking. Did you finally figure out where the part of the name came from?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I know
Iratos.
that this is more of the goddamn Vermilion Viper bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for all
We
of
already
them.
met the Chartreuse Serpents. You guys already fucked
I
with
like
them.
the
Yeah.
Chartreuse Serpents. It's
But
green.
yeah, Chartreuse is like a yellowy green sort of
It's
color.
like Quasi's name.
Yeah. So that's
the logo?
That's
No.
how they greet each other.
No.
So the serpents aren't serpents, they're monkeys, but the monkeys don't call themselves monkeys, they call themselves humans. Right.
The Chartreuse Serpent is the name of their gang. So the name of the gang is the Chartreuse Serpents.
3 of them came in, one who clearly looked like the leader, probably the one who was going to be doing the purchase, and then 2 as backup.
I thought the name of the game was Chutes and Ladders.
No, you're thinking of the Vermilion Vipers.
Okay. And they're like,
The indigo iguanas.
They have a
So,
code.
it's also Snakes and Ladders in the UK, which messed me up for a very
Wait,
long time.
what?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
called Snakes
It's
and
not
Ladders,
Snakes
not
and Ladders?
or it's Shoots and Ladders, and here it's Snakes and Ladders.
is it
No,
Snakes
it's not.
and Ladders?
No.
It's Chutes
It's
and
Chutes
Ladders.
and
here.
Ladders here.
They don't have slides in Europe.
No choice.
We only have
the
snakes.
incline plane has not been discovered.
It's the thought of the snakes, I guess, swallowing the little children.
Mayonnaise is not
I
a
actually
color.
had a really bad dream about snakes last night. So can we like move
Yeah, no,
on?
absolutely.
Yeah, okay,
I'm gonna
so
move the X card closer to you.
the gang walks in. They're kind of obvious emblems. And shortly after that, it was maybe 15-20 minutes or so after, that is when a small Eratos, the bird race that is part of Ica, or more bird-like race, they walk on their sort of big claws. You hear that click, click, click sound. This one is a male, so he has sort of large and elaborate plumage, typically a little bit smaller than the females. About Kika's height, about a meter or so tall.
Or is it 1 centimeter shorter?
He's probably like 103 centimeters. But then if you include the plumage, it's like 110. It's a lot of plumage.
Are they for eating?
Yeah.
You don't see this. In fact, Thea is the only one who sees
We're in a
this.
dark room.
Never
You guys
mind.
are in a dark room.
We're playing Cat's Cradle.
And
Are there?
then behind that Eratos, that is when you see an alien that you have, or a creature that you have only ever really seen once before on your ship. A small Trico walks in behind the Eratos. And that is where we left our crew last time. So the 4 of you, Rachel, Kika, Ludwig from the Leonis, and Ziana are upstairs in the small sort of room. It is dark, it is mostly quiet. And Thea, you are on the main floor watching these people come in.
And just to clarify, I recognize the Traco or no?
That it is a Trico.
That it
You
is a
recognize
Trico?
it as a Trico. I don't know how well you have been described Kika's children.
I think I've heard audio. We agreed that I'd heard audio, but not necessarily seen any pictures, because why would they have pictures?
We have
That's
audio.
very, very, very relevant.
Yeah. So, as soon as the second group walks in, which the Eratos have, they're the ones who have the
They appear to have some sort of large head-sized case with them.
head-sized keys. So
It could just contain a severed head.
Oh, that's cool.
It is an Eratos.
Thea goes, meet, last group arrived. And then she walks over to them and she goes, hello, I'll be escorting you to your room.
The small Eratos, like, he looks up, kind of shrugs, and lets you lead the way.
And she like goes as slowly as possible. Like as she like hits the stairs, she lets them know when she hits the stairs. As they hit the top of the stairs, she lets them know when they hit the top of the stairs. And as she lets them into the room, she lets them know that. And then she goes, so what kind of drinks can I get for the party? I was told that there would be a minimum served.
They all kind of look at each other. There's sort of a moment of hesitation when, like, the chartreuse serpents look at you, and one of them's like, you new here?
Yeah, I just started today.
Go ahead and give me a talk. Perform.
Hey. 10.
All right. And they all kind of, the 5 of them will all make some orders of various things. Some of them are alcoholic, some of them are something-aholic. I don't know, one of them can probably digest ethanol. And they will place their orders with you and then kind of expectantly look at you to leave.
We
got 3 orders of vodka and 1 of gasoline.
Thea will like turn around and the whole way out the door be like repeating the orders in her head. Just over and over and over and over again, all the way down the stairs until she gets down to the to where you know the drinks can be made.
And she puts the drinks together, and then
There will be a bartender who will make the drinks for you.
oh, okay. So she puts the drink orders in, but she puts them on a rush.
Okay. I think if you note, like, if it's private order, they'll
But put it to the top of the queue. So as soon as they come out, I'm assuming they come out without trouble.
Yeah.
Thea's going to put the, let's see, so we have 5 total. So she's going to put the quiet into 4 of the glasses, leaving out the person who looks the most weak. She's leaving out the. So does the Aratos pirate look the most weak, or does one of the chartreuse serpents? Like, who looks the most weak in the room?
From everything you know about Eratos, they are a race of birds that murder people. Like, even
about
they're
the
males
Trico,
now.
though? Like, the Trico might be the weakest looking one. And if, like, I know you don't recognize that it's Kika's son, but, like, you could potentially be like, I know someone of your kind, like,
And
please
I
don't
can
hurt
totally
me.
beat the shit out of them. So
I think ultimately she's looking for the weakest link. Whoever the weakest link looks like, that's who she's gonna not put the quiet
Can I
into
eat
their
one
drink.
of them if you kill them?
Would I have a way?
Give me a notice and wisdom
Okay.
to sort of identify who you would leave the drink out of.
no, I can't eat people.
I mean, you can. You're just not
Isn't that-
supposed to.
Is that cannibalism?
No. They're not lion things.
I mean, you're eating something that's sentient, which you might consider murder.
Yeah.
But it's not cannibalism.
That would be how you kill them.
Yeah.
Not what you do with them.
That's true. The eating isn't the murder, it's the killing that is. You could
mean-
eat part of them consensually.
Consuming your victim is a good way to get rid of the body.
Also, it's how you absorb their power.
I was doing this all out of character.
Oh yeah, this
Okay.
has to be.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I was playing it in character. So
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
6.
6.
You. I know, but I'm not gonna reroll that one.
You probably think one of the serpents looks like they have a lower constitution.
Okay. So she'll put it in one of the serpent's drinks. Because she got the orders, so she knows who gets what.
Or not put it in one of the serpents.
Oh yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Wait, okay, so the Eratos and the Trico, those are just spirits who are there to sell the helm, right? Okay. And the other ones are the chartreuse serpents.
Yeah.
There's 3 serpents, a bird, and a bat.
Yep.
Actually, that's a good point. She would put it in either the Eratos or the Trico. She would leave out the Eratos or the Trico and try and get them. Oh, but she doesn't know who's gonna leave. No, she would make the guess based on who looks weakest.
If it's any help to you, I mean, definitely there would be no shortage of any time they came up against an Eratos of Ziana cursing the warrior, warmongering. All of them are just bloodthirsty Eratos.
Wait,
They are all horrible.
We're trying to do this without violence?
No, I mean, like, if it would sway her opinion of, oh god, I gotta take out the Eratos.
oh no, I think the Eratos is on the table. The question that I had for a second there was, would she know who would leave first? Like, would the helm stay in the room longer? Because then she would only need to take care of 3, and she'd have an extra dose of quiet to take care of some other business later. But she doesn't know that for sure, so she wouldn't risk it on that.
Who
She
knows?
would just
They could stay
drive
there
for.
all night.
Are you surprised?
No, like,
Good.
no.
Give me, for drugging them, give me a heal and intelligence.
Heal? But for the fingers, dexterity maybe? To be able to drop each and every one of them in there without getting noticed?
I mean, but
The
you were doing
issue
that
isn't
downstairs.
getting noticed. The issue is knowing how much to drug each individual. Because you have 5 different aliens in a room,
Okay.
and you are attempting to portion out 4 doses to successfully knock them out.
Heal and intelligence.
Well, let's hope you get boxcars.
Pretty close.
Not bad.
9.
Okay.
I mean, it's not pretty close, but it's close enough.
Only against Eratos.
So you portion out what you believe is the correct amount. Like, I assume you don't get caught doing this because you're not dumb enough to just like take a bottle out and do it in front of the bartender.
Wait, what? What's your problem?
Sorry.
So that's the
Hey,
heel
what's
check.
the special sauce?
My coffee. Did Thea get a hold of it?
Baby.
If you start getting sleepy, let
I
us
don't
know.
know what you're talking about. Everything's fine.
Thea, you drop them in, you carry up. What do you say to the rest of the group? Like, how do you keep them informed?
I just let them know, like, ordering the drinks as soon as the drinks arrive. Drinks are here. Dose the drinks. Headed for the stairs. Hit the stairs. Like, she's being really good about like letting them know each and every step, because like, if we can't get the helm, she's gonna feel pretty bad about this.
So, for the folks who are not telepathically linked to Thea, Ziana would verbalize all the stuff as it comes in, but she's also going to both think and ask, Thea, how many are there?
5. Thea would have described them as she was leading them up the stairs. She would have been like, oh, there are these 3. They're chartreuse serpents. They look like assholes. And one of them has a stupid green hairdo. I don't know. He looks strong. The other one looks kind of wimpy. Not going to dose him. She would like.
She's not going to mention species.
Not for the serpents.
Not for the serpents because they're all the same. But she
No,
would have mentioned-
they're sort of variations. They've got that sort of classic like sci-fi where they're like mostly human, kind of like Thea, but like maybe they're all humanoid. One of them looks fairly scaled.
One of them's totally a Klingon.
One of them's totally Klingon, but we don't talk about those days. One of them, like, it looks pretty human from what you can tell, and the other one is, like, human but a little bit furry.
So she would probably
Like,
she
the
would like
stockier, bigger one.
if she were describing the chartreuse serpents, she'd be like, they all look humanoid. One of them's got scales, one of them's got fur, and the other one, I forget what the other one had. That was just
Probably
weird.
looks human.
And the other one looks, I don't know,
Like an idiot.
like an idiot. She would totally say that. The other one looks like an idiot. And then to describe the Erratas and the pirate, she'd be like, Captain, you're gonna like smashing one of these heads.
And ratos.
Yep. And the other one's a Trico. I know. Weird.
Yeah.
So, the spirits are an erratos and a trico.
Yeah.
She's saying that out loud for your benefit.
What color is this fur? Sorry, their fur.
What, the Trico? Or the
Are tricos not all of the same color?
looks kind of brownish with like a hint of red on the edge. I don't know. He's got your neck fur. It's weird. It's a little poofy.
You do have
Rachel's
poofy
also
necks, though.
putting this
I hadn't noticed.
There's a little poof here as like it gets more agitated when it's more out. On the right side, beep beep, beep beep.
Yep.
On the right side,
Yep.
is there a dumb engraving of the word Talon
In his fur.
In
Did
the
he shave
fur.
his fur?
so that you can see the word Talon?
Hang on. I'm gonna roll to see if I can see that.
I just need to know
Notice,
this.
probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's right there on the side. Mimi. This is a direct one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Kika,
so
what's up? How did you know that?
I have a spirit for a son. That's Tyler.
Was the question that you asked and then
Was
the answer
full
was open?
Oh, so the question was open, and then immediately you could just feel like it was like the wow was closed.
So if
On one side.
If,
Yeah.
hear it.
if the question was open, then I'll probably make that connection, and while she's like obviously thinking to Thea, I'll be like,
That's Tyler.
And you have half of this conversation.
I just drugged his drink.
And you gave it to? Do you?
Thea's like walking up the
do
stairs
you know
now.
No. Like
Kika,
Kika's like slightly like getting out of
No,
her spot.
Kika, and she puts a hand on Kika's shoulder. Kika, you need to be calm.
Kika, isn't it best if he's drugged along with the rest of them? Then he can say that he was innocent.
I don't know if you know how to drug people.
it's done. We need to just let Thea do her job.
This is not my first time.
Do I know? Does Kika know if that's true?
I mean, you can.
I mean, I can assume that you've done this before.
But you've also probably seen her do it wrong before.
Meep. Are you literally asking me right now to spill that drink?
Meep. I'm asking you not to murder him.
It's not. The drugs we got weren't murdering drugs. They were sleepy time drugs.
Yeah, but enough sleepy time means a permanent sleepy time.
We didn't get enough sleepy time. I bought them, and we barely got some sleepy time, okay? We don't have that much money.
This whole time, it smells vaguely of chamomile, the drug that you got.
Ludwig is just keeping it to himself.
What Ludwig can hear is this, like, torn, like, series of expletives followed by, like, okay, so if you spill half of it, then you're for sure not gonna do it because,
you're speaking into comms?
No,
this
this
is her
is
mind.
all silent, like,
Oh,
mind
right,
for
'cause
Ludwig.
you-
Oh,
Ludwig.
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Everyone's connected.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, if I spill like half of it, then I can pick it up. I can say like, oh God, so sorry, so clumsy. It'll give me longer in the room anyway. That way he doesn't get fully unconscious. But I could be totally threatening the rest of the mission because if I do that, then obviously he's just going to jump up and he's going to attack. But maybe he won't. Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll say Kika. Maybe him and Kika have a problem. Oh my. What if it's like me and my mom? Oh my gosh. Okay. No, I just need to let him take the whole drink.
You're at the door.
Thea walks in.
They all kind of give you like a half glance look, like they're not paying a lot of attention to you. You feel very much like you sort of interrupted a moment of like negotiation, where clearly there was some disagreement on either how much they should pay or how much that was worth. And you get the sense just sort of looking around the room, they're all definitely armed. They all came through that front door with weapons. The point that whatever bouncer it is did not care. And like a couple of them look a little twitchy, like they're kind of ready to fight each other. And you sort of like paused and interrupted them. And the Aratos is like, thank you, yes.
Thea puts down the Aratos drink, and then she puts down each of the serpent's drinks, and then she spills the Trico. Oh, yeah, that would be easier, yeah. And then she puts the Trico drink down without spilling it.
It's a good time. It's very useful.
And then she's like, she tucks everything under her, she tucks it under her arm and she goes, can I get you gentlemen anything else? Or them, can I get you, can I help?
No, we're fine.
Thank you. I would and she like goes to leave, but when she shuts the door, she doesn't quite shut it all the way. She's like almost clicks it, you know, like right where it's like where you can like it almost sounds like it clicks, but then it kind of pops open a little bit more.
Go ahead and roll me a sneak and dexterity for that with your bonus.
Okay.
Just for whether or not any of them notice.
Oh yeah. That was 11, 12, 13,
Yeah.
14.
You quite very deftly, very quietly. You even sort of, it's that like you hold the handle down so it like goes just enough and you keep that latch like half closed, but not enough that it actually closes all the way.
Then Thea's like, meep, latch is open. They're about to get into an argument.
Swords?
Mm.
We will be ready.
With guns. Kika, maybe the drugs will kick into effect.
It's not like she's actually working. I like poke my head out like into the hallway. Like I just open the door because we're right across the hall, and I'm just like,
And Thea's like, she looks one way, and then she looks the other way, and then she like slides into the room.
You're all in the dark room together.
Did he,
What?
Did he look well?
What was the
How big is he?
composition of the room?
Did he grow?
I mean, he's this tall. He looked pissed off, and
That's normal.
They look like they're about to shoot each other. Captain?
What was the composition of the room? Are there still only 5?
Correct. Well, I assume there's only 5 still. No one else came in.
No one else was in there.
Yeah, there's only 5. I poisoned all except for the one in the northeast corner. I mean, drugged, not poisoned. Not poisoned.
He was the artistic one.
you're the only one
He
of
is a
us.
spirate.
You're the only one of us that has a
uniform, so thanks for the heads up. You might want to like take a listen and see if you hear any snoozing, because I don't want to be caught in the hallway.
I left the door open, so I'm just going to hang outside as if I'm waiting for them to order their next drink.
Okay.
Good.
How long are you gonna give it before you check in on them?
Before I check in, since I have the door cracked, I'm just gonna listen until I hear something happen.
Okay.
Oh wait, but before I leave, can I have a weapon? Just in case.
Oh,
I didn't
right.
bring
She
any
didn't have
weapons.
any. I would look at you, and we've been doing our like training and stuff, and so I hand you my. I have one rifle that does. I don't have my sheet with me today, but I have one that does 1d6.
Yeah.
And
You
I'll
have like
hand-
a regular rifle.
I'll hand you that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thea
The other one I think
will-
is your thermal pistol. That one's the one you're gonna keep that does more damage is the louder one.
Thea will take it, and she's gonna, because she would know where the cameras are since she was in the room where the cameras. She'll know which way the cameras are pointing, so she will tuck it against the door frame on the side where the camera can't see.
Okay.
And then she'll just stand and wait outside, like a little bit nervously, like, oh, I'm just a waitress waiting for, my people to call me in and ask for a drink because they're very important.
Okay. You sort of stand nonchalantly out the door. Go ahead and give me a wisdom and notice for what you hear.
Yeesh. 5? I know.
There are some sounds coming from downstairs. The upstairs is a little bit quieter, and you sort of like press your ear against the door. And unfortunately, like a lot of these doors are there.
Does she get any bonus because she kept the door open?
Yeah, I'm gonna. You get some information, but a lot of it is sound and muffled. You can't hear anything that they're saying, but you do hear a few minutes in, like you start hearing some escalated voices again, like people sort of, and then as that sort of increases, like you hear, and then you hear someone just yell.
Thea is gonna go, meep meep, something's wrong, and grab the rifle, and grab the rifle.
It's a
if she-
pistol.
Oh, it's a pistol?
Yeah,
It's not a rifle?
it's one hand.
Oh, okay.
It's still a gun, but yeah.
Ziana's got a hand on the door.
I'm on your shoulder.
She's gonna grab the pistol and use the tray to shield it from as she turns to shield it from the camera, and then walk in so that and as she's like stepping into the room, she's also gonna use the tray to shield the gun so that just in case nothing's happening, she can pretend like the gun isn't there.
Okay, so you're kind of concealing it on the tray. As you
Yeah.
open the door, there's sort of this very chaotic scene in front of you. You see one person who's just one of the chartreuse serpents who's just straight up like passed out on the table. Not quite passed out, but like pretty like head on the table, like almost a little bit of drool. Clearly look like they just sort of fell asleep. Most of their drink is gone, and you realize that they have probably consumed some of the person's drink next to them. The human of the chartreuse serpents is like stood up and has drawn their gun. And the other one, he is like teetering a little bit, like the other chartreuse serpents, like he is clearly kind of out of it. And he was the one who looked like the leader, and he's yelling and appears to be accusing them, holding two knives up directly at the Aratos. The Aratos is also teetering and appears to just have like talons up and is about ready. You come in and they look like they're about to leap across the room. And you see the Trico is about to kind of jump in and pull out his gun as well. One of them immediately is going to, as you open the door, just turn and point their weapon at you.
Thea's going to close the door.
I'm assuming with yourself on the outside.
Oh yeah. She's just gonna take one look and be like, check. Because if they kill each other, less to worry about. I know.
Accurate.
I know.
It's true.
But also, maybe he won't die. He looked like he was gonna shoot himself. And then she goes, furry's down, Scaly's angry, humans looking fuzzy, and the Aratos is about to kill someone, and your son looks like he's holding his own. He's got a gun out.
It's
my boy.
So, sorry, was it actually the human was okay?
The human she didn't drug at all.
Okay.
The furry one was like face on the table. The scaly one was the one that was teetering.
Okay.
So just
Ah,
they're
sorry.
close enough.
Switch on.
How long do you wait in the hallway? Like, what do you do?
I would like to listen by the door.
Okay. As you are doing that, the door just. Do you still have the handle in your hand at all?
Let's see. She would be holding two things, so it would have been like probably like a finger to catch the
Okay.
door, and then like
It just gets ripped from your grasp as the door flies open.
and she's like,
Okay,
We
we can
Ziana's
definitely
going
hear
to leave
that.
the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everybody roll initiative. As the person just slurs out the way, why'd you put my drink?
So we roll a
me?
D8 for
Yes.
initiative.
D8 for initiative?
1d8
D8
for initiative.
and add your initiative bonus or your
I don't-
dexterity.
Oh,
Dex.
okay.
Yeah. So like, I
Why'd
don't
you
know.
put my
Just
drink?
dexterity?
Just add your dexterity.
This
Okay.
many.
5. Cool.
"Oh, I love that everyone confuses our names."
Our names?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thea
so
and
the
Kika.
furry one is down, the human one, normal
just
looking one
Kika.
is fine, the scaly one is teetering.
Lower the high five so they're further away from the microphone.
Oh, so here. Let's try it again.
Okay, I've got Rachel at 5.
Thea.
7.
7 for Thea, 6 for
Ludwig.
Ludwig. Where's Thea? Oh, I brought her over here.
Did you roll a second time?
What?
Do you remember you can roll twice for initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the higher because you're alert.
Ah.
5
Still
for
five.
Ziana.
We
Kika.
tried. 6. This is totally fine.
Don't worry about it. Raises
I
a rifle
will
to the
punch
door.
him in the face.
That's acceptable. You probably deserve
I
it.
promise to try not to kill him.
I've not
guess a
received
gun would be
and
loud.
Ziana would say this via mental
Yeah.
directly to
He doesn't-
Kika as she's pulling the door open. I cannot promise I will not hurt him, but I can promise I will try not to kill him.
He deserves a good punch.
Oh, Tony. So as this all was happening, she would have like tried to relay as much information as she could, but the one thing that she wouldn't have relayed is as soon as she opened the door, the like gun turns toward her. She would have gone, "Shit, nope," and right before she closed it.
So the person who is teetering is pretty angry, so he actually gets to shoot first.
And that's scaly.
This is Scaly. So
Okay.
Scaly is shooting, and Scaly has what's your AC?
I believe it's 13. Yeah.
Scaly's gonna hit.
Yep.
But he just has. Oh wait, he was the one with knives, so he's actually jumping for you. He's
Oh,
like
no!
pulling him out, and is like, "Ha! Why you put in my drink?" Except he's kind of drunk, so that's this die. You're gonna take 5 points of damage.
Okay. So
And
like,
it
is
is
he like
now your turn?
as he like slashes at her, and she like tries to avoid, but of course it catches her, and she's like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" And then she comes back with the pistol, and she like tries to shoot him point
She
blank.
doesn't throw it?
She does not throw it.
She got trained.
We had lessons. It was a montage.
Someone shot her foot.
I did.
She didn't deserve it.
Shot. Wait.
It was on like
Stun.
training stun mode. It would only have made it tingle.
Okay, roll it.
Fun girls time.
Oh.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
Oh, it was a 2.
Despite the fact that he is
No
2
way.
total.
No.
No, it's like 4
Okay.
total.
It's like, wow. Despite
Oh,
his
5 total.
inebriated state, he just sort of like tucks to the side and the bullet goes wide. As you see, and as he does that, he sort of reveals this tiny Aratos is like just now targeting, has like turned towards you, and looks like it's nice. Pull it up its wings and ready to go. Ludwig.
There's a monkey in the doorway.
There is a
Um,
there is a monkey. There's a scaly monkey.
A snake monkey.
A snake monkey. There's a snake in the doorway.
We are no longer friends.
What? Why?
Scaly monkey.
No, that's the other guy, the bad guy.
Oh wait, did you mean them?
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
never mind.
I run between the scaly monkey's legs, and slash at its flank with my claws.
Oh, your silver-tipped claws?
Yeah.
So you try to duck in and get behind him?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your attack. It's a 1d20 for an attack.
Right. With my silver claws. 11.
You don't manage to hit him, but you do manage to slide underneath and get yourself in position, and you're like, ha! You make a ferocious noise. Next is Kika.
I'm on Sienna's.
Ziana's about.
Yeah.
I think you were on the ground.
Sure.
I think that was
I'm-
clarified as that you were standing independently.
Oh no, earlier she said she was on my shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hold. Can I yell something and then hold? Until I get into the room?
Yes, you may.
I
I
have high...
assumed Ludwig opened the door to get past, so.
Well, the guy, the scaly guy opened the door.
I thought
But
you
no,
were-
no,
our door.
Your door,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because you guys are in a room. It's a hallway.
I slipped down.
I have high-pitched sound noises, and so does my son.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just gonna screech at each other really obnoxiously. Be like, Tylo, how dare you get drugged by Thea? She's not even good at this yet. You are not listening, and you're not actually, like, you need to come home.
Yeah, I'm not sure how complex your high pitched language is, but yeah, it's pretty,
It's a
pretty
lot
complex.
of screeches. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
So-
conveys that message. Ludwig has like cat ears, so probably can
It's just
hear
like-
the screeching, but without understanding it.
So she's screaming on my
Yeah,
shoulder.
but it is outside of the range of your hearing.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like, it's in the range, because I can hear ranges that other people can't
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, it's in Trika range, but not in your range.
Okay, excellent.
It is just probably like parts of it are within range, and you can hear them.
Is it like the mosquito buzz for you, where
Yeah.
you're like, what was that?
Yeah.
All of Ludwig's mane stands up. Like, what the?
I didn't raise someone to be drugged by Thea.
Oh, me? Okay.
You told Ziana. Good.
I think that like me and Ziana do that hilarious thing where we both get caught in the doorway. Because we have the same initiative, so it makes sense. Like we're both like jammed in the doorway,
Just like,
and then like
after you.
yeah, and so I go through the doorway and I see Thea like it's turns are like seconds, right?
Yeah.
So I see Thea like getting like slashed at, and she like holds the gun up, misses, and I'm just like,
At least she didn't throw it.
that's true. That's true. And I brush past her. Like I don't like barge past her, but I like brush past her and then like stab the guy in the side.
Okay. This is just a big old doorway fight right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Not Tylo, not Tylo.
No, the scaly guy.
I know.
The scaly guy.
He can do that. No.
I know he's your son, okay? That is.
I read that the wrong way the first time.
Me too.
Wait, 7 plus. I think. What do I have now for bonus?
I think you have
Because it
level
was
2 in
5.
shoot, right?
This is a stab.
Oh, stab. Do you remember what you put in stab?
I don't know. What do I have for my hit bonus?
Your attack bonus, I think, is you're
It's
partial
6
warrior, so
now?
I think it's plus. Everyone else is plus 3, right?
No,
'Cause you
we're
guys-
plus 2.
We're
It's
plus
the,
2 'cause
it's
it's
I
5
think
right
yours
now.
is plus 4
Yeah.
right now.
Wait.
Mine was 5 before, but that was for shooting. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Plus
Shooting
4.
is higher.
So that means it is 11.
Okay. Not quite enough. But I will have, so all of you who are attacking, both of you actually all 3 of you who are attacking him right now, you can have advantage on, you can roll twice and take the higher on the next turn as long as you're all still attacking him.
Okay, because we're surrounding
Because at this point you are surrounding him and he is stuck in a doorway.
Right.
He can't go anywhere without you guys being able to stab at him, and so he's like,
Yeah, so I guess I try and stab at him, but I just hit him really hard in the side.
yeah, he's like, glances off some of his scales. Ziana.
I have a question.
Yes.
How much headroom is there above the tallest person in the doorway and the top of the doorway?
What?
I mean, I'm
Probably like a couple of feet. They probably make doorways a little bit taller for aliens.
Via our telepathic connection, Ziana doesn't so much ask the words as convey the idea with a question mark. Yes? Okay. We're gonna fastball special this. Ziana steps into the hallway, picks Kika up off of her shoulder, and just goes for it right
All right.
down the middle.
I'm gonna have you roll strength and exert. I'm gonna have you roll dexterity and exert.
Yes, I got exert. Let's go.
Does
For
this-
getting through the hole.
Does this count as a thing I can take an auto success on?
No, it's not an attack roll.
Damn it! I'm sorry for what's
Wait,
about
do you
to
have
happen.
to, wait, do you get an extra die because it's a strength thing, or
No,
is that for
I only get
experts?
2.
Yeah.
Hold on.
She has a big.
She's
Let me
She's a
wait.
full
It's
warrior.
strength and exert.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hold on. 6.
Okay. What is your roll? You're flying.
So I just want to be clear. Like, she's like
How are you doing
pulls in, and then as soon as she knows she's through the doorway, she's gonna open wide to land on a table.
Okay.
So that's the plan.
You are being thrown not very well. It's a little wobbly. There's a very small, very narrow space, and you are not getting helped so much as
darts.
hindered by
I'm
Ziana's
kind of
throw.
thinking you could even just latch onto somebody's face.
Well,
That's
we'll
maybe
see how
what-
the
we'll
roll
see what
happens.
Bat from above.
8.
I really thought the number was going to be higher with that level of confidence.
Hey, this is like my highest exert skill I've ever had. I have no dex bonus, no. I rolled 8 out of
Between the two of you, you don't make it through the doorway, but you do make it onto the doorway. You are like essentially braced between both of the doorway posts, right on top of him.
Can I move then?
On your turn.
I delayed
Should
until after.
Oh, did you call that a delay? Or,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just yelled
yeah.
something. Can
Yes.
I just like climb on the inside of the ceiling? Can I just scoop myself in and just hang out on the inside?
to try and hang out on the ceiling
Yeah.
is not great handholds, so go ahead and give me a strength and exert.
Would it be easier to just fall on somebody?
Onto his face? You can
Yes.
guarantee that you would land
Can
on
I
him if you
fall
him.
on Tylo?
He is not in the doorway. No.
Okay, then I'll just fall. Wait, okay.
You are on top of, you are like in the doorway, right?
See, Claudia would love to drop on his head.
Yes.
Kika
that is, you
understands
can
that-
drop on Scaly's head if you want to.
But Kika understands that, like, that's where people are shooting.
I'll give you a bonus if you drop on him to the attack.
Do you like bonuses?
Just jump on him and stab him in the head.
That
Yeah, I will do
He's
that.
gonna have so many people like.
I got little grubby bits. I just want to be like,
Is that what you
Are
put on your
you-
Tinder profile?
I got the grabby bits.
Go ahead and roll
grubby
your
bits.
attack, add +2.
Swipe right
To
now.
drop bat.
wait, what kind of skill is this? This isn't a gun
This is
slinger.
an attack.
This is a punch.
Well-
or stab, depending on which thing you're doing.
16.
You hit him. Are you trying to stab him or punch him?
Could I forego damage to just make a penalty to his actions and people
Yes,
stabbing
you
him?
are
Great.
now on his face. You drop down. So this is what all of you have seen. You have seen a small bat go flying like over your heads, in front of you, land sort of half like in the doorway, sort of start, and then just drop down, wrap their wings around this person's face.
Thea just goes meep meep.
Kid, I would
They-
do what your mama says.
Claudia, how long have we been waiting to fast boss?
With that, you hear back Kika in the very high-pitched tone, "Mom! What? Mom!"
You didn't get my message. I find you.
That's all you hear. You
This
just
guy
hear more
feels
high-pitched
like the
screeching.
creature on him like vibrating.
The Eratos, you would probably just see this, like, behind the lizard is going to dive bomb at Ludwig as the Eratos just sort of unfurls its wings and makes a massive leap forward, talons out, and they're just going to try and claw open Ludwig because they see a fight and they want in. They want in. Oh, and they are going to hit Ludwig. And that's gonna be this, because they have talents. 12 points of damage.
Oh!
Do I get to defend myself?
No, I hit. It's a what's your AC? I rolled a 19,
50,
so yeah.
Okay. 19 points of damage?
12.
12.
I rolled a 19. As you hear, and the talons like lodge themselves in Ludwig's back, and the blood is dripping from its talons.
The sound practically makes my scales stand on end.
The human is going to attempt to. Who do they see? Probably Kika. They're actually not intoxicated, so they're not going to shoot at the face of their leader. They're going to shoot past at the person they think is most responsible for this, at Thea.
So we're all within like a
They're going to
a
miss.
meter space.
Yeah, you
Like,
are all in the fucking doorway.
When they miss, Thea's gonna be like, "What?" That's all she's gonna say.
And Tylo just sort of yells like, "Get off of them, Mom! I'm gonna have to shoot you!
You can't.
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna do it!"
Did you learn shooting from me or from your dad? Because there's a big difference.
I can learn it from either of you.
Well, then you're probably bad at it.
Wow.
He's gonna shoot.
Wow, this is a rebellious phase that this child is going
He's a
through.
spirate,
I
okay?
assume he's in like his like he is like in his he's like probably 16, which is like 22 in Trico.
Yeah.
He's like hormones.
So he was aiming for the person, not
Yeah.
you, because that's
Yeah.
why he said to move, but he missed.
Oh, good.
So he's gonna get a glancing blow on you.
Oh my goodness. This is
He shot his mom.
he shot his mom.
2
You
points of
take him over
damage.
your knee.
Thea's gonna be like, "I understand, but that
I told you. I don't want to do that.
Trico do the like on the ear. That's what
We're just like,
it's the like snap on the
Oh,
ear.
yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
oh, you know it is.
Yeah.
You know it is.
And that puts it at his turn. The Scaly. He's going to attempt to rip Kika off of his
That
face.
makes sense.
And he's going to actually. This is going to be an opposed
Oh, no.
strength exert.
Oh, can it not be?
That's that. I mean, he's doing a forced movement.
Do I roll? Is it a like evasion check or is it like
You are
I'm
going to
rolling-
roll strength and exert.
Okay. Well, I'm allowed to re-roll once per round. Correct? As a
Once per round?
Sorry, once per scene.
Proceed.
Is this a physical roll?
It is a skill check, so
Okay,
you
so
can,
I
you
could
can
re-roll.
re-roll this.
Good, because that was not a good roll. That was better. 9.
Yeah, he tries. He gets like a couple of sort of clawy kind of hands in, trying to like pull you off. But every time, it's like one of those things where you pull someone off and they just sort of like tuck in harder on the other side. You're like, no.
I was just shot. Like I'm not going anywhere.
So he does not succeed in getting you off them, and he was technically supposed to get there, but I had him move at the wrong time. Thea.
Okay, so he's still directly in front of me. And I still have my gun aimed at him.
And you have advantage now, so you can roll twice, take high.
Oh, sweet. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna shoot.
No, it's this one.
Oh, thank you.
Not
Thank
that one.
goodness I get to roll. Wait, I get to roll that one twice, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because
Not
marginally better. Man, I am. Okay, this. Where's my other
You're
one?
so close to that 20.
So close.
I can see
So close.
11?
That'll miss.
Yeah.
You tried real hard, but Kika is probably throwing you off.
I
'cause,
was
like,
really worried about Kika.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
don't wanna
I'm
be
not
like her
worried
son.
about Kika,
You don't
but
want to be like her son.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clearly
you
not.
actually
Yeah.
don't want to shoot me.
You clearly care more about it than her actual child.
Ludwig.
The chicken man just slashed Ludwig. There's a lot of blood, like that, kind of sliding out from under his mane. The bat is shooting at his mom. Is
Yeah.
that what I saw? Mm-hmm. Ludwig will try to run for cover.
Okay, you can like definitely tuck under the table.
I still want to take an action at the end of where I go, so if I can't hide, I just want to be by cover.
Yeah, you can get to cover. The Aratos will get to take a swipe at you. Actually, no, I don't think so because you'd have to sacrifice his action. So, you can run and get to cover.
Okay, I will do so, and then I will try to telepathically connect with the Bat Boy.
Okay. I think you need to make eye contact, or do you just need to be in line of sight?
I just line of sight, I believe, but since it's hostile, I think
He gets a mental saving throw.
if he knows I'm doing it, I think. If he has metapsionic experience or telepathy 0 or greater,
Yeah.
he can resist influence. I should be able to connect. That also means I'll be able to try to speak bat language if my body can do it and I can understand it.
I think you'll definitely be able to understand it. So the Trico have evidently, based on
Yeah.
Kika, can speak regular language
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
you don't necessarily need to make those pitches.
We speak
I
common
think
just at a
once
higher
you
pitch.
have the point of effort invested for this ability, it doesn't matter if you do it again. But I think you can only talk to one person at a time, right?
I have to. That's a separate ability. Once I've made contact, I can then talk to that
Okay.
person in telepathy
Cool.
So,
as an extra ability.
so are you connected to both? Are you still connected to Thea then?
Yep.
Okay.
You could be your own spaceship.
So you
That's right,
sort of
the captain.
take your focus away from Thea and kind of turn it towards the Trico, and you end up probably catching the tail end of that conversation of the like, I didn't want to do it. You made me do it. God, I learned this from you.
Obviously you did it because
You
you
make
missed.
terrible decision making.
That one hurt.
And so that's a lot of what you hear is like the argument, his side of the argument with Kika. Do you try and say or do anything? You can kind of throw in some like a sentence or two.
No, Ludwig doesn't know enough of what's going on here to even try yet.
Okay.
So.
Rachel.
I am going to, because this guy has now got a bat on his face, I'm going to, nudge, basically it's a continuation of my previous action. So I, jabbed him in the side and tried to stab him, and then, moved forward, and now I'm going to try and stab him, in the spine.
Okay. Your goal is kind of get all the way through the doorway
Yes,
and around
all the way
other
through
side.
the doorway and
Cool.
stab him in the back.
Yeah. Roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Lovely doorway dog pile.
I forgot. At the end of the turn, because I used Savage Fray, there's shock damage to the 2 people on either side of me.
Oh, that's right.
It's 1 point over AC 15 because Ludwig's just slashing away
Yeah.
like a little Tasmanian devil.
Okay. I think AC 15 they'll both take it.
You're just too.
It's just like when
You will
cats are on
definitely
their
hit.
back.
Okay, and then it's a 1d6
It's like
plus.
acrylic nails.
Wait, for the knife, it's plus nothing.
Yeah.
4 damage.
Okay. Nice. You land a solid shot, kind of into that meaty lower back muscle and slide through some of his armor as he lets out a grunt, trying to still remove a bat from his head. Ziana.
Okay.
Yeah.
I what?
I was just gonna be you very clearly see an Aratos
Yeah,
in
no,
the
no,
room.
no, no.
Yeah.
So where is
Everyone.
this bird in relation to the chaos in the doorway? Because I am not yet through the doorway.
You are not. So it is essentially in the hallway is you and Thea. In the doorway is Scaly and Kika. And then sort of maybe a couple meters behind him, still for someone with enough reach, probably melee range of both of them, is the Aratos, because that's where Ludwig was.
I'm right
and,
behind
yeah,
the
Rachel
scaly guy.
is probably kind of in between them.
Close
in,
enough for me to take a
arm's
swing at
reach.
him.
You would have a hard time getting to him because there is a doorway with a person filling most of the doorway. But if you wanted to try and barrel through the doorway,
Yes. Yes.
without you could essentially throw
So
the 2 people
Ziana,
to the side.
Ziana, as she roars out, she's going to roar out, Erato scum, face me, and shoulder check this poor fuck in the doorway.
I'm here.
I want you to go ahead and give me a dexterity and exert to not get hit as he gets shoulder checked. He's gonna try and do the same thing.
Can I-
Go ahead and roll me a punch attack to get through the doorway.
Can I
Punch
talk
attack.
outside of turn order? Okay. When she yells, I like say like in a very like harsh and like kind of like hissing voice, like quiet. And then probably like as I'm stabbing the guy, I like turn towards the door and like make eye contact with Thea, and I'm just like, close the fucking door.
We're all in.
Thea's
So,
like,
I rolled very poorly, but for dramatic effect, I am using my auto success.
Nice.
yeah.
So you barrel through this doorway. Go ahead and roll me. What's your regular damage for unarmed?
For unarmed,
Not your claw, just
Yeah.
your regular.
is 1d8.
Okay, roll a d8, because you are essentially using a punch attack to get through the doorway. You deal
Wait,
8.
do I add in my
Yeah, you were dealing your charge. You have punched with your
9,
shoulder the guy.
10,
Jesus Christ.
11?
Oh my goodness. Okay, I rolled a
Wait,
5.
it's plus your. Is it plus my attribute and the skill, or just the skill?
I think it's just plus the skill
Okay, so
for
9.
punch, because you have unarmed combatant, right, as a focus.
Yes.
Yeah. So 9 damage. So you barrel through, you smack him, the poor guy who tried to kill you, gets slammed against the door frame. Kika sort of managed to shift around the other side of
I
his
did?
head.
Nice.
Wait, what was your...
5.
Oh, no, you don't manage to shift around the other side of his head.
I was like, that's nice.
You
Sorry.
get slammed partially against the door as well and take another 2 points of damage.
Sorry.
But you are firmly still on this guy's head.
Good.
As he sort of clears the doorway for the most part. You are now right next to the Eratos, but you have used your action and
So
moved
he-
for this turn.
Did he clear the doorway into the hall or back into the room?
If he was being
back
shoulder
into the
checked,
room,
he would
but
go
yeah,
into the room.
he's basically stumbled backwards a few feet into the room, kind of to the side. And he doesn't know where he's going, and then he slams against the wall with Kika sort of cushioning his head.
Great. That's me.
Okay, beautiful. The human is going to see you having gotten in there and be like, well, fuck this nonsense. And you are now the most threatening thing in the room. So he's going to attempt to shoot at you with a nat 20. He is going to succeed.
Bring it.
But it's fine. He's just using a regular pistol. So you take 7 points of damage.
Which is what, like a minor flesh wound?
Yeah.
I mean,
With
I'm
your
at full health, which is 69.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
oh, Jesus. Dice cage.
Put this in there.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
do
Yeah,
that.
that was long overdue.
Yeah.
So now
It
I'm at
rolled me a
62.
2 and then it rolled me a, it is
It's cage worthy.
It rolled to 2-2.
yeah,
Two
it's
twos?
been rolling me
2-2-2?
lots of bad twos.
So the human attacks. The Trico.
It's my turn.
No, it's our son's.
You delayed until
Oh,
the
it's
end,
this
so
far.
I just,
Okay,
I just
I
bumped
wasn't
you.
sure.
I just
Cool.
bumped you to the end because they
Cool.
all had 5
Oh,
as their
okay.
turn order.
Sure. Thank you.
He is.
Someone forgot.
No, I know you're right at the end. What is Tylo
I'm
gonna
the
do?
idiot.
Is he going to?
What's he
Do a
gonna-
yes. No,
and
no, I
what's
was
he
gonna say do a yes. No.
What's he
Yeah,
gonna-
like is he gonna shoot the person? No, he's also going to shoot at the most threatening thing in the room, which is Ziana. And that one is going to miss because he's nervous and full of feelings. So you kind of hear him dither being like, I don't know who to shoot. I'm gonna shoot her. She looks scary.
Your son
Do not shoot at me.
Your son is very indecisive.
And the Eratos sees you and will answer your call. We destroyed you once and we will destroy you again!
Oh.
It
Thea's-
talks.
and
And disappointingly misses.
Here it goes. Oh, snap.
Wait, the chicken people talk? Does everybody talk in
Kika.
space?
Tyler just like,
Except that one race, which is all telepathic. But they developed speech.
so Kika goes and in her belt she has her handy dandy Mono tool, which I assume has a knife function because she would have installed a lightsaber knife function.
Okay,
Which I
it's
know
a
that,
knife.
like,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
do basic stabbing with
Is
it.
there glow? Is there glow on it?
No, that's your welding torch. It's not a fucking lightsaber. It's a knife.
I'm just gonna be like, just like directly like in the thing I am standing on.
I'm just imagining like it's like one of those the guns that have the power, the air power.
yeah.
You like
oh,
plug it in. Oh god, it's a fucking like staple gun.
Yeah.
Like one of
Oh,
those
God,
pneumatic
that's
staple
A
terrifying.
pneumatic
guns.
staple gun, and it's
Yeah.
like, like in the
Super effective.
And as she's doing that, she's gonna continue the argument with Tylo, because he's not getting anywhere. Be like, you were supposed to take this internship and become the greatest pilot ever, and now you're with this scum still?
His response is, Trico can't fly in space, Mom!
They're creating systems where you can see with your hands. I assume I get advantage, correct?
I'm gonna take it this way. You can either have advantage,
Or
and if you take advantage, you have to also roll to stay on him. If you don't take advantage, I will say that you are spending enough of your focus and the advantage that you have over him to just remain where you are.
I would
close.
rather take the advantage.
Okay, take advantage. And then
Well, that
give
wasn't
me
helpful. I rolled the same thing twice.
okay, and then give me a dexterity and exert to stay on.
I'm doing my counting. 11, 13 to stab. Right? I only gotta add my attack bonus modifier.
You add your skill, which in this case would be stab, and then you add
Oh.
your attack bonus.
I do have stab. It's 0.
Okay, so you add 0 instead of subtracting 2.
Yeah.
Then you add your attack modifier, and then you're gonna add your dexterity.
Which is 0. So
Okay.
13.
You just miss.
Ah!
I know.
He's just like, do I rip his cool shirt?
Yes. You tear into his very cool. You tear through the chartreuse serpent patch on his vest. Yes. He has no idea. He can't see. You're on his face. Roll dexterity and exert to stay on him.
I got boxcars.
You stay on him. You spend too much of your focus, in fact, staying on him. So, next, we have Yarato. No, I bumped him down to here. That's my fault. Scaly is gonna try and remove you from his
This
face.
makes sense.
He's going to fail to get any purchase as he is stumbling around the room, half drugged, thoroughly beaten. You are getting further away from the doorway as he's just sort of flailing and doing that, like, there's like weird noise, like, you know, if someone like talks on your belly, like that's what's happening because your face is like, he's like, into you.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's very uncomfortable and awkward for
For
everyone.
both of us, yes.
Thea.
So, we've made a reasonable amount of noise, and we were in the hallway for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's only been
is
like a few
there-
seconds though.
Yeah, it's probably been less than 10 seconds, but it's
so,
loud.
So within the loop, though. So within the loop of the cameras.
Those were outside, right?
Yes.
They were outside?
You have not looped any of the cameras in the hallway.
Inside? Okay.
Oh no.
Is there like the equivalent of a fire alarm or something nearby?
Yeah.
Thea's gonna walk over and pull it.
Okay.
Oh god.
You remember the plan!
You sort of find it's like there's like almost a panic alarm. Probably there's a few of those for like for fire, for like just emergencies.
Armed intruder.
Yeah, honestly, there's probably some, and you just sort of, you're not sure which one it is that you slammed, and it might be the one that'll send the guards rushing to this location, or it might be the ones that evacuate everyone. I rolled a dice to find out, but you're not gonna know until I get to tell you. But all of you immediately do hear this sort of high-pitched, like the alarm noise, like woo! I don't know if I have an alarm sound on here. No, I don't.
Is there any way for me to get back into the room in that same turn and shut the door? Because she would want to like dart, hit, and then hide.
I mean,
No,
if that's
you
her,
had to walk a little bit too far away.
Okay.
You can get back to.
If that's her whole action to hit a thing, like shouldn't she be able to do double movement if she's just like going there smacking something, not even looking at it, and then
Yeah.
coming back?
And just running back
Yeah.
in? Okay, so that's what I want to do, because ideally, if someone does go, oh crap, and looks at a monitor, they're just going to see a door closing to one of the rooms.
Okay. So you hear the sound of the alarm go off. You like smash it. You run back into the room and just sort of close it immediately behind you, without really getting too much of a sense of your bearings. Ludwig.
Is the bag, the head-sized bag, still visible?
It is very clearly there is some sort of crate on the table.
Does it look like I would be able to rip it open?
Yeah, probably.
I run to it and open it.
You leap up onto the table from that you were hiding underneath. The Trico is like also on the table as well. That's what he has been using to gain himself some height. So the two of you kind of square off as you It's definitely like locked. So give me a strength and exert to try and rip this case open.
I have an important question while he rolls.
Yes.
Is the Trico on the table taller or shorter than our little Ewok friend?
Are males of the Trico typically taller or shorter, or there's no major
there's
differences?
no major differences.
Is he taller or shorter? He's still an adolescent. I actually didn't phrase the question as a yes or no answer. He is not taller. He is,
Yeah,
in
I-
fact, slightly shorter than Ludwig.
Oh, he's a little
He's
man.
like
He's a little bit like his
95
dad.
centimeters.
His dad is really short.
It so happens that earlier this day, Ludwig had an instinct he might need a crowbar. And looks down his belt, and there it is, the crowbar that's just hours before this.
Excellent. I fucking love that ability. It is one of my
I'm
favorites.
sorry, that's actually happening?
Yeah.
Like, that's not just me.
Yeah, no, there's an ability that is like you spend a point of effort,
Indeed.
and
I
you.
had a vision earlier
Yeah.
that made me realize I was gonna need a crowbar.
So can you describe this vision that he had in the past for me, please?
Yes.
When did this happen? Where? How did-
I was still with the lionesses. I was intending, I had this flash that there would be a small bat face hovering above a box, which I needed to quickly get open. I imagined it was going to have meat inside.
So your mouth starts salivating as you believe that there is going to be meat inside this box. Subconsciously, like
Yes.
rationally, you know there isn't. And you pull out. It's probably actually a multi-tool. So instead, you're going to roll a fix and intelligence to get the box open.
That's better. Not much. 1. I rolled a 2 and a 1, and I don't have fix, so that's -2.
It's minus one.
-1.
-1? Okay, then 2.
2. You have no idea what you're doing. It is a box. You see no obvious lock on it. You like, you know, like I've got a tool, like a multi-tool.
What is this thing I have, actually?
He just like presses the tool
Yeah.
on.
And I say, better open it, kid, if you don't want to upset your mom.
Okay, is that what you say?
Yeah.
All right, Rachel.
So the scaly guy has stumbled away with Kika on his face. So I'm guessing that Ziana and the Aratos are the closest.
Yeah.
And the door's been
There's
closed.
also the human too. Yeah, you kind of hear behind you the door getting closed.
Okay.
All in the room.
And the other
Everyone's in
guy's
the
just like drooling.
Oh yeah, this is at some point, like when Ludwig like jumps on the table, he's like, no.
The human is unharmed and undrugged, correct?
Yes.
He's knife buddy, right?
No, that's the scaly guy.
That's the one
Scaly
drawing
guy
the-
is the
the
nice.
face.
Human has a gun.
Yep.
He has knives?
I want to try and I like assess the room.
Yeah.
I see like everyone's spread out a little bit from the doorway. I see like obviously Kika's son because like we'd already and then there's one more person that doesn't have a bat on their face. The Aratos and Ziana are
Yeah.
like in dueling formation and cursing at each other.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to punch the human in the like wrist to get them to drop their weapon.
Okay.
I have unarmed combatant as well.
Perfect. So go ahead and
Can I punch them with the hilt of my knife in my hands?
Yeah,
like
for sure.
give a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've never
You're
done.
gonna roll a. So this is a regular. This is actually a disarm. So you roll just a regular attack first.
Okay.
And then from there, it's they roll an opposed test. to
Okay,
go
so
on
just a
their
regular
weapon.
attack. No added.
I
I add the regular stuff.
Yeah, all of the regular stuff that you would add. So
Okay, so
whatever
just-
your level in this case is punch.
So just-
and then your attack modifier. So I think your total ends up being 4. If it's +5 for shooting, then it's probably +4 for stab for punching.
Okay, I think it's more than +5 for shooting now because it went up 1 with level 5.
Okay.
So it'd be +5 for stabbing.
Yep.
And it's minus for, yeah. +5 for punching. That was horrible. Well, I got 12.
Against the human,
Yeah.
that'll just do it. You just managed to make contact as he's sort of backing away. He was really focused. I think he had just shot Ziana, so he's probably not paying attention to you. So as you go in, you kind of like you get him probably a little bit higher up in the arm, and
Some
he's sort
kind
of
of like tendon or something.
and then this one is you can actually roll again for the opposed test. So you managed to hit him,
Okay,
and then
so
you
I
don't do the
hit
damage,
him.
and now you're essentially trying to use that to disarm him.
And what do I roll for d20?
Same attempt.
Okay.
Yeah, attack again.
And this is the versus.
Yeah. So this is the part where you're trying to get him to drop it.
No addition?
You're regular, so add your regular to it.
Oh, okay, 17.
That'll do it. So you go in, you hit him kind of in the top shoulder, and then you sort of slam down, and he like ends up having to let go of the gun as you kind of get into those tendons right in his arm. He lets out sort of a grunt.
Yeah, and like while I was doing this, I'm like right up next to his face because I like moved forward and I like stabbed him in the arm, like gritting my teeth, and I'm just like, drop it.
Yes, Mom. Ziana.
I guess it's mine.
With very little heat about her volume, especially now that there is an alarm blaring in her ears. Ziana, squarely focused at the Eratos, says, I am Ziana, and she pulls her sword out from her back, her huge ceremonial-looking sword with its jagged edge at the end. Rendrathi of the Andartan Empire! And she starts to take a swing at him. Daughter of Draxisto! You will fall before me!
I really, really want you to succeed because it'll be real sad if you don't.
I want you to fail so bad that your sword gets stuck in the ceiling. But that's for humor. I want you to succeed for story, but
But for humor.
for humor.
I really want her sword to get stuck in his head too.
14.
That'll just do it. Ooh. He has a moment where he sort of like nearly backs away, and you manage to slice into kind of some of the feathers along his wrists and get a little bit into the flesh on one of his arms. Lets out a cawing screech. You smell fresh meat.
10.
10 damage, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, he is going to sort of push himself up and just try and come at you talons first into your face. Let's try this one. That. He's gonna miss.
Yes!
Tylo, you looked at him and he sort of is pointing his gun at Ziana and kind of... Kika, have you said anything to Tylo?
I mentioned that he was supposed to be great and amazing, and this internship was not supposed to last this long.
Oh, he's on the internship.
That's what she was told.
Oh,
He was going to be the greatest pilot.
Oh.
Wouldn't, kid.
And he sort of looks at you, like claws dripping a little bit with blood, blood in your mane, like, how do you know she's my mom? And then he's gonna shoot at you.
Aww. Poor kid.
16, I think, hits, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
This child needs disciplinary action.
Oh, yeah.
Kika.
3 points of damage.
He's about to get it.
I'm not mad, I'm just
And the human is going to attempt to, as you are kind of like just drop down his arm, he's gonna try and just like get you in the gut.
Come at
as
me,
he has
bro.
been disarmed. Oh yeah, 19.
Yeah, that will hit me,
Okay.
yes.
But he is unfortunately not great. But I roll a 6, so 6 points of damage.
Okay.
As he's like, ugh, fine, I don't need that anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
She like grunts and then is just like pretending to be really tough, and she's like, "Oh yeah."
Kika.
So, like, Kika's dealing with stuff right now.
Yeah.
Like, she's on someone's face. He is
Yes,
not
she is.
comfortable. He's trying to scrape her up, and she just hears another ping of the gun. There's alarms, so Kika can see everything very well. But it is
It's a little nice.
it's like if there was a flashing light in your eyes, like, so she can see really well,
Yeah.
but it's just super intense in
Yeah.
intervals. But she can't close her ears, so there's no way to stop it.
Yeah.
It's like blinding. And she's gonna like look over, and I'm gonna Kika's gonna try to like jump off this person and land on the table.
Okay.
Tylo Tarka. This one. Of the ship Atlanta, you are a big-eared pup right now. Sit down. And, like, just very much like, this is not okay.
You are trying to mom him. All right. Give me I'll take talk or lead and charisma.
Oh,
but
good.
you have a family bonus. You can roll 3 dice. Take the low. Drop the lowest.
3 dice because you birthed him.
You get a bonus dice
bonus.
for pushing him out.
How do bats are mammals?
These are not good rolls. No, I don't believe in the dice cage. 5. I mean, that's probably the reason why Kylo is
Even
not.
with your +3?
I don't get a plus 3.
He
He
just
gave you a +3.
no,
No, I
an
said
extra die.
an extra die.
Oh, an extra
Yeah.
die. Oh, okay.
He just looks at you, and he like
Did
gets
you try to
himself
get
to
taller?
his full height as you sort of tower over him a little bit. He just looks at you and he's like, "You left us. You don't get a say." Scaly, now no longer with a bat on his face, is going to take the entire turn to recover from that and just like figure out what the hell is happening in this room.
Because he was drugged, right?
He was definitely drugged, and it is making him woozy. And he sees people on the table,
And he's bleeding.
Are all the meter tall people on the table except for the errata? You have like a small around a box.
And he's just gonna kind of stand there for a moment. Thea.
Thea's, now that she's in the room, she's gonna raise that gun again. And she's like, I'm throwing you next time.
no, it's not
yelling
that.
at
You
that?
don't do that.
Thank you.
You just really like those dice.
I really. Oh!
Natural 20.
Thank you.
Nat 20.
you well.
I think it's a d6 is the damage on that gun, so it's max damage plus your shoot skill.
All right. Plus my attack bonus, yeah? Or no?
No, just your
for
shoot skill
damage.
for damage.
Okay.
Because you have gunslinger, right?
Yes.
So 7.
7.
I do have guns.
That will be enough to take down the lizard, right? That's who you're aiming at?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just like, he's standing there kind of like figuring out what's happening in this room, and then he sort of bam, bam, and it's like a shot like in his side right where he had been hit before, and just sort of leans against the wall and is like, okay. And just sort of quietly mumbles as he falls down to the ground. And he is out. Ludwig.
Super effective.
The kid just turned around. Ludwig looks at his sword and then decides to just take advantage of the fact the kid's turned away to take more time to try to open the box.
Okay, give me another fix
multi-tool.
and intelligence. Kika, you're seeing him
Oh,
like
I-
try and
I-
open
I-
this box.
Better.
5. Oh no, 6.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's you find the lock mechanisms. You realize that like the box had just been like placed on its side, not how you expected, and so you like get it into the right position and you start just like drilling into the lock mechanism
Could just ask Thea.
to destroy it. Or Kika. Like
Or
there's
Kika.
so many
Kika's
people
on the
who
table.
do this.
Kika probably sees this and like,
Rachel.
Okay, so the human is in melee with me.
Yep.
And the scaly guy is dying.
Yep.
And the Eratos is in melee with Ziana.
Yep.
And there's an alarm. And okay.
There's a lot of stuff happening in a small room.
That's
And
true.
there's 3 people on a table.
I think that
But Thea did shoot really well.
that's true. I heard it hit flesh and smelt the sear. I'm very proud. I think that what Rachel is actually gonna do is she's probably still like in melee with this guy. Like we're like sparring, and like I have the butt of my knife in my hand, but I'm not like stabbing him right now because I'm not gonna make an attack. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna expend the effort to because I took the like biopsionic like group heal, and basically it's like we were supposed to get into this situation and have it not be messy, and it's turning messy, and so she basically just wants to stabilize. So I'm going to. I only have to expend 1 effort, and because I have that ability, it just like kind of spreads the love. And my biopsionics, I roll, and then I have a +2. And I don't know. I don't have my book right now. I don't know if I like divide the hit points or if everyone takes them. I think because of that skill, it's everyone takes them.
I think you have to, because you took the skill, so you don't have to expend effort anymore to use the basic healing. So you only are expending effort to use the area.
Yeah.
And I think everyone takes the same healing. We'll just do that right now.
Okay.
What is your level in biopsionics? Do you remember? 2. So it's going to be everyone's going to take 2d6 healing, or no, 3d6 healing. Plus your wisdom, plus your level.
Okay. So I'll roll. And I don't know if there's a way to like tell the difference between friend and foe.
I think that will be, I will leave that up to your narrative decision, because I think typically in this it would be considered just your friends, but given that you don't have a ton of control over this, what I would probably say is you end up stabilizing anyone.
Yeah, I don't want him to die, but I'm more concerned about the well-being of the people who are on my side.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people to die, but I would be like, very specifically, you're bleeding a lot, and you're kind of hurt a little.
I think
Okay.
there's a little bit, and then Ziana too, so everyone has...
Okay, that is 12 plus 2, 14 hit points. Everybody.
Max health.
Max health.
Everyone, what does it feel like?
It's like I feel like the way that it's like a kind of like sense of someone, like it's like a sudden like close presence, like when you're in a crowded room and someone like gets a little closer to you than you'd like when someone's standing right behind you at a crowded bar. Like you get a sudden presence of like there's someone like kind of like almost like in my space, and then it feels a little too warm, and then it like backs up like a little.
Is this purring?
Yep.
Is that what that is?
It like purrs really loudly. To use Ziana, it would probably feel very similar
Yeah,
to Hexy.
and quite the opposite mental and emotional effect to it's very, if anything, it riles her up more, agitates her more.
Aww. Thea right where the blood was, and she's like, Ziana.
Ziana is going to step forward, advancing on the Eratos, and continue to savagely attack with her sword.
Doritos kebab.
Oh, I rolled an
I don't know
18
why you
straight.
said
Do you
this.
even want me to add
you
anything to
definitely
that?
don't. You don't even. Yeah.
Snap. 4, 5, 6 damage.
Okay. The Eratos spits out some blood and like caws at you again, like. It's totally intimidating.
You are an unworthy opponent.
You advance toward him, and like the whatever like injury you have like slowly closes up.
Well, that's intimidating as fuck. Yeah. All right. The Eratos is going to attempt to go in low this time and like scrape or dig into your thigh.
That's pretty high for an Eratos.
Yes, it's comparatively low. They know their tactics. 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And 8 points of damage.
8?
As the talons sink into the meaty flesh at your thigh. The Tylo. Tylo is
He's still like,
he's looking at you like, what the hell are you doing here?
is this a conversation? Like,
Yeah,
do
it's
I get to say like the options?
Yeah. Okay. pick your dialogue option.
Paragon?
Still holding a gun at you. Yeah, no, countdown. Kick your option.
Wait,
right click,
what
left
did he
click.
say? What did he say?
What the hell are you doing here?
Honestly, not looking for you, but kind of looking for you. We're
never-
getting the box.
Like hell you are. I never wanted you to find me anyway.
You need to know that there's something out here that's gonna kill you if you continue to work
What,
on
like
this scavenge.
you and your people?
No, like Reaper.
we confused her with Mass Effect.
Raisins.
Really close.
Raise.
Raise.
Raisins. No, raisins.
Threatening you with raises.
The raise is coming to take you, and I'm not gonna let your crew, which is in grasp of them, go first. I've already contacted your siblings. You were the last to get the warning. It's just like standing there like you're.
He's going to see you trying to open the box, and he's gonna be like, "Get off the box!" While pointing a gun at you.
Do I get to respond?
Sure.
All right.
This moment happened while all of this other is happening.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
give this time happens a little faster.
I give him a withering look, and I suppress any cognition of. I attempt to.
You can't take an
suppress-
action.
I can't take an action.
No, this is just a
talking.
verbal. This is
Oh.
just a talking response. It's not your turn.
I say, this box, or rather, what's in it, belongs to my people.
Back off, or I'll shoot.
Go ahead and try.
He's gonna take the shot. 18.
18. He hits.
6 damage.
6 damage. My turn next.
The human is going to attempt to grapple.
Come
or,
at me, bro.
Come at you. He's gonna come at you. 16?
Yeah.
He's gonna come at you moderately well with 5 points of damage as he's like, I don't know what you did and it felt weird, but I'm gonna hit you anyway.
Oh, right. I healed myself last time, so
Yeah.
it's the same amount of damage I took before.
He's just gonna stay at a level.
Yeah.
And Kika, you can take an
Um,
action now.
Can I assist you opening the box? May I?
Yes.
Okay. So Kiko like walks over, like glares at Tylo, and like reaches and just goes tick, 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 and hopefully opens the box. 'Cause otherwise-
Fix.
I mean, this is my
This
jam.
is your thing. If
Yeah.
anyone can do this, fix an intelligence.
I mean, this is easy. 12.
12. Yes, that will do it. As you go over with your fix, you pop out the multi-tool and
I just use his. I'm just like
yeah,
grab
you
it,
just
go,
grab it. She grabs it from your hand as you sort of have turned towards Tylo anyway. And like a few deft screws later, the lid pops open.
This belongs to him more than it belongs to you. We're talking about this. You're going to school. You're gonna be a pilot.
Don't know how to explain to you that we can't. Ugh!
There are articles about tactile driving tools. You are
Yeah.
so good with your hands.
Okay, so we have live human guy. We have passed out furry guy.
Yeah.
We have dead scaly guy.
No, he's not dead.
Passed
He's
out now.
stabilized.
Oh, he's stabilized, but he's passed out.
Yeah.
And then we have Aratos, which is being handled. Not even going to interfere on that one.
And then
I
you
am
have
in
Tylo.
melee. Like I'm like
You're
in, like
you're
blocking
melee
and
with him?
punching with the
It's
human.
like
Are you on the other side of him? So, like, am I flanking him?
I mean, I
you
guess
can move around, especially if you want to be able. If you want to shoot at him, you can definitely move around.
I do.
Okay.
I do want to shoot him from behind.
Roll it.
Oh, no.
Is it a 1?
Yeah.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
You know what I love? That it goes from 20 to 1. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta love the
Yeah.
balances.
Roll your damage.
No, you don't. You really
Oh no! No!
I just want to say I'm sorry in advance.
It's only 1d6
It's only
for
1d6.
damage.
Oh, gosh. Thank goodness. Oh.
You roll real high on that
4.
one? Oh.
plus your
5.
shoot skill.
5. You'll take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
As the shot goes a little bit wide and kind of glances in between the two of you.
Are we feeding the cage?
I
I
don't.
rolled 20.
nat
It rolled
20.
a
It just rolled me a nat 20.
hungry.
You get one more chance, buddy.
See, you angrily whisper. I whisper comforting words.
And then you get.
I got 12 the last roll.
Ludwig.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry.
Is
Don't
the helmet
fuck
in the
up.
box?
Yes.
I put the helmet on.
What does it look like?
So the rules of using the helmet, it will deal you a lot of system strain if you attempt to use it. So I would use it sparingly. It also has a recharge time, so you can only use it once per scene.
Ludwig.
But you can still
I
look
think
cool.
Ludwig knows none of this, probably.
I think they would have prepped you with some information of like only use this as a last resort.
But were you listening?
Well,
Ludwig probably was. He's fairly wise, actually, unlike other characters I've played in the past.
Yeah, the information. He would have been given all of the information about the
Ludwig
helm.
thinks it through. He looks at the helmet, and then he pulls. He instead decides he took the shot. He's had about as much as he can handle. The women in charge have not disciplined this kid, so he stabs him in the wing with his sword.
Okay. The helm that you pull out, do you put it on? Because you can put it on without using it.
Oh yeah, I'll just put it
Okay.
on this round.
So he puts
and
it
attempt
on.
to intimidate the kid.
Yeah, you can do that, or
So
you
wait,
can.
you don't-
do you want to
stab
attack
him,
him, or
or
do you
you
want to
do-
put it on? What would you like to say?
I will put the helmet on
Okay.
first.
So you pull out, it's this very sort of inlaid, very gold helmet. It's similar in style to the jewelry that you remember the lionesses were wearing. It definitely has like a slot, like large cat ear sort of slot that fits
Okay.
into it. It's definitely, it's sculpted into sort of just a kind of a top mask with a portion of it kind of going in between the eyes. And it has like, it wouldn't have a mane. It's definitely a female lion head, but it's all inlaid with like gold and jewels. There's lots of like turquoisey and bright reds and greens and blue colors that sort of stud it in sort of these patterns and designs. It looks like something Thea would love to steal.
Thea's eyes snap to it.
Ludwig feels magnanimous now that he's wearing one of his people's cherished helmets. And he says, if you make one move against me again, I will end you with this.
Don't threaten my son!
I would think that as soon as you like pull the helmet out, you would get a flash from Thea of like the hiding place that she wants to put this thing in.
And like stare at it.
Yeah, she would be like, shriek.
I feel like this is why you miss your shot and hit me.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because he's pulling it
Yeah.
out and you turn.
You're like,
And then I'm like, whoop! Treasure.
treasure beyond my wildest imagination.
He's tempted to use it, but he does not.
On who?
For any reason whatsoever.
Okay. Rachel.
I take a shot to the, like, it grazes my shoulder or whatever. I don't even need to glance back to know that it's Thea because it's my gun and she's the only one that had one that, like, I'm not currently grappling with. So I just, like, grit my teeth and I, like, make the whole, like, I'll deal with this later. And then I'm going, is there any way to punch and, like, try and knock someone out? Or is that just I have to get them to low hit points?
Generally speaking, you have to just get them to low hit points. This person hasn't taken a ton of damage.
No. Yeah.
So it's probably going to be a little bit more work, but you could potentially stun them. I'd probably say you could
Because I
do
have
like
the butt of the knife kind of like...
yeah. If you wanted to do something where you could stun them, you could probably get them like out of commission for a couple of rounds.
Okay, yeah, I want to stun him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll in this case a punch attack,
Okay.
and then I'll have him. If you succeed in hitting him, you can forego doing damage.
I don't.
Okay. I would say you'd forego doing damage, and then I'd have him roll a mental saving or physical saving throw.
Well, I don't hit him. I like probably, I probably...
do not hit him.
I probably like I'm gritting my teeth and thinking about how I'm gonna like yell at Theo later, and then like my hands like already moving forward, and it probably also just like grazes the side of his head, but doesn't like do any damage. Just his hair.
Wait, is there such thing as like, is there shock damage?
I don't have that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's given to specific weapons or
unarmed combatants.
savage.
Does that do shock damage?
No, that's
Okay.
there's one specifically that is doing
Okay.
shock damage,
Yeah,
and
I
it's,
don't have
I
that.
think Savage Fray is one of them, and then the other one is like shocking attack or something.
Yeah, I don't have that one. Okay.
Okay. Ziana.
Ziana turns the sword around in her hand so that the jagged edge faces the Aratos as she takes another swipe at him, roaring, "Where is your boastfulness now, bird?" 12. Hold on.
Do it.
Roast chicken.
17, 19, 20.
Yeah.
You have so much bonus. Like, I have a lot of bonus for partial warrior. You
hit.
have a lot for...
Yeah. Warriors
Warrior
get
is like
to use
14.
their full level as
And
their
I do,
bonus.
like, half, and then, like, at 5, I get...
5 damage.
Okay, against the Eratos.
Uh-huh.
Only 5?
That's the last bit.
Oh.
That's it.
The last amount.
She sinks the jagged edge of the sword into him savagely, yanks it back, and as he falls to the ground, she reaches forward, grabs one of the feathers of his plumage, and yanks it out of him.
And he sort of like huddles back. He is clearly unconscious, may still survive, but probably bleeding
I mean, would my,
profusely.
like,
It might kick in again. It probably would keep
I would-
unstable.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
like, would I have to? Because I'd have to roll again to heal again.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have to exert effort again because it's the same.
Yeah.
Okay, but it just like stabilized. I just like she's got a really strong feeling of I don't want people to die. But definitely not gonna heal the people that are attacking her. Reasonable choice.
You
Very reasonable choice.
Kika. Or I guess, sorry,
Is it Tyler?
Tylo. Yeah, Tylo's gonna go. And the human's gonna try and attack you. And he's gonna miss. Tylo is going to... yeah, you were looking pretty threatening. Go ahead and just give me...
I imagine it's actually made for a lioness, so on Ludwig it's like this ridiculously big.
Oh,
I think
but
it
yeah.
also it poofs your hair
Yeah,
out in
like,
certain
it doesn't-
places.
It makes him look like a chibi lion.
Yeah, it's not as intimidating on you as you would like it to be.
You feel like
He
I
feels intimidating.
You
Yeah.
feel good. Are you trying to were you
Yes.
trying to intimidate him? Go ahead and give me we'll say a charisma and I'll take lead probably for intimidating him. You're trying to kind of assert your authority.
9.
9. He sort of hesitates for a moment, and he looks like he is torn. You actually get the sense like he's like, I don't, like, that's the thing that we're supposed to sell. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Oh my god, I'm screwed. What the fuck's happening? I hate you, Mom.
that's her.
Those are all of the thoughts that you hear.
Yes.
So he doesn't do anything. He just kind of stands there and hesitates and like seems to shift the gun between the two of you. Kika.
Kika's like very focused. Like after she does the box, she like kind of like steps away from it, and the table's not too bad. It's so big, so she like gets close to him, and she gently tries to take his hand or wing and put the gun down. Be like, I didn't think I was abandoning you because you were with your successful, competent, loving father. Come with me now.
Where?
To where you're supposed to be.
Save the world.
He's worried about looking like he failed on the job.
Well, if we kidnap him, then it won't be his fault.
Maybe you should give him an out.
Knock him out.
I'm not gonna murder my son.
No. Help him look good. Help him look like he succeeded. Give him an excuse.
I'm still trying to
He's
like.
like, Kika's like intelligent, but is like, stab son. No.
I'm still trying to like punch, like knock out this guy, and I'm just like, either he stops fighting us or he goes to sleep.
He's like, yup.
I think Kika's, because you said give
There's
him
definitely still a drink on the table.
Kika's gonna turn to the largest person in the room. Take him.
Do you want me to abduct your son?
I'm not big enough.
I will do this.
We're gonna go ahead and roll another
assume
attack
there
again.
isn't
We're
a-
gonna see if you can
Okay.
stun him.
Is
for-
there a
give you
large
moment.
bag? Is there a large?
Yes.
Because there's
Okay,
a
you
whole-
managed to take a like smack him in the side of the head,
And then
he
do you
does-
want me to roll
No,
it? Okay.
I just rolled a mental save for him, or a
Okay.
physical save, and he kind of clearly reels for a moment. So you're gonna have a couple of turns before he's gonna, or at least a turn before the human's gonna be able to
I look around because I really don't want to do like lethal damage, but I have like my fists and a knife, and I don't want to like beat on a guy until he passes out because that's like really, really violent actually. And so like I look around and I see that there's a drink on the table, and I'm like, and like I grab it and I like pull his head back and I just like pour it. And then I shut his mouth.
Do you hold his nose like you do when you
His nose, like you just
Because he's a human, so you could grab a nose. I know where his nose is.
As he sort of like spits up some of it and like ends up having to swallow it and starts continuing to become drowsy and dizzy as the drug quiet takes over him, and he sort of joins his friend.
I
who's very
push
sleepy.
him gently onto the floor, and I'm like, shh.
All right. What do you do?
Is there a duffel bag?
There's
Ziana
the box.
turns.
It's a little too small for you.
Ziana, yeah.
Sorry.
Ziana has now been asked to grab the Trico. She's really aggro right now. Tall, heaving, sword in hand, the blood of the Eratos dripping down the blade, which she now points at the Trico and says, "Stand down and come with me, or join your bird friend." And then reaches her hand out and grabs him by his scruff. Let go of the gun! Let go!
He's very smart and sensitive.
Fine!
The worst mom.
Under the arm.
Oh, God.
I gather up the gun at my feet and the knives from the scaly guy, and I feel their pulse to make sure that they're not totally dead. And then I get these all the weapons from them, and then you've got the bat, and I'm just like, helmet.
While this
Leaving.
is all happening,
Okay.
he is going through their pockets and
Oh,
pulling
God.
out all of the gunk and tucking it away while you're getting the
Ludwig
weapons. she's getting the
misunderstands
gun.
what you're doing, so he starts preparing the Erotos to be skinned as he does
No, okay.
when his lionesses hunt.
Once Ziana has... What's your son's name?
Tylo.
Tylo. Let me write that
But his
down.
edgy name is Talon.
Yeah.
Once Ziana has Tylo secured under her arm, she puts
Squirming.
her sword back on her back, looks at Thea, looks at Ewok, and says,
What is an evil?
Ludwig.
Ludwig, we are leaving now!
Yep.
Pick me up.
Now!
Yep.
And turns and heads back.
Go ahead and give me a quick notice and wisdom. I wanted. Actually, here's my question: whose pockets did you try and go through first?
Well, I was making the circle, so
Yeah.
first.
First, I probably would have. Let's see, who was I standing next to? I would have just gone for whoever I was standing next to, which I think was. It wasn't scaly. It was human.
Okay.
So first human, and then I probably would have gone for the guy who first got knocked out, and then
Furry.
Yeah, furry, and then scaly.
Okay.
And then the Eratos wouldn't have pockets, but would they have a pouch or something that I could?
They wear some form of
Lovely.
clothes garb. sort
Yeah,
of
go
thing.
for them.
Okay.
How much time do you have?
That's
to
why
do
that's why I asked what order you went in.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a do sneak and dexterity for speed.
Okay. Oh, sneak, eh?
And you managed to get to all of the ones at least who look like they were injured. And you check they all appear to be stabilized. Even the Eratos. You can choose whether or not you tell that to Ziana.
Oh, I don't say anything. I just it's very I don't know if she might not even because she's very focused and he was preparing to skin the bird person.
She
I
pulled
think
a
it's
feather out of him.
yeah. I think it's more she does it to the human because she drugged him. He's not dying. I mean, she was the one that was fighting with him. She probably does it to the scaly guy because that was the trigger for her. She and then looks over at the bird who's probably still there's an obvious you are dead and you are not dead.
Yeah.
And she's probably no, I'm not gonna do that. But they're still in her head and because of the biopsionics I just no one was supposed to die is the vibe. So yeah, she's choosing to stabilize, not heal.
Is
But
the bird actually dead?
no.
The bird was pretty drugged when he was fighting, so he went down. Probably you
It's
were
like
you would
0
recognize
HP,
that like
but not
Right.
like
he would have kept fighting for longer.
Ludwig will take some feathers if he can't take the meat.
So under your arm you have Tylo. What was your roll?
13.
13. You managed to get through all of the chartreuse serpents, which is good that you said you were going with them because they were the ones who came to buy the goods. So you actually will acquire a cred stick from Scaly that would have the majority of the funds that they were going to use to purchase the helm with.
That's nice.
You would
dump
also know that they're going to be able to have like some. You will need to find a way to convert that because that cred stick will either.
it'll be like a canceled check.
Yeah, it'll get canceled, and it can also potentially be tracked. So you're gonna have to be careful about how you cash in that money, but you can potentially cash in a fair amount.
I have Carrot's info.
It's true.
And I already talked to Carrot about setting up a bank fund
Some bank
funnel.
funds, mining some spit coin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. That sounds even worse than Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, it does. It does.
How much guck were they going to use to buy this thing?
It was like 50.
I'll
we
give
can
you the
use some
exact
of that money
number.
you've just taken to buy some meat to make up for this bird.
It's probably around 5,000, but it might end up being more. I need to go double check.
Thea's just like,
Why are you extending your claw to me?
And
We're leaving. We're
You
leaving?
check that
We're
they're live.
leaving.
You, at this point, are storming out. As you come across the hallway, you see the guard that you recognize, like, coming down the stairs to check what's happening. And that is where we will pause for our break, because we went a lot longer than normal. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to read the donations, and then we are going to be back shortly, very soon. Thank you so much, everybody who's been here watching, sharing, tweeting, talking about the stream, enjoying this. And today is number 28. Our first donation that came through is from Methalian with $10. Kika forgot her Spirate son was in the building. True fact. William _TW with $25. Thanks for the awesome job on Thea's mostly solo mission last week, Sarah. Can't wait to see how last week's / yesterday's cliffhanger is resolved. I assume you were watching this yesterday. Becca Chu won with $10 and no message. Lizzie, what did she mean to say?
new
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Oh, Tony, what did Becca Chu mean to say with their blank message?
Becca Chu mean to say with their blank message. Those are words.
They didn't leave a donation message for me to read out, so we fill it in.
Becca Chu meant to say, I am impressed by the number of scalps that Thea has taken from her enemies and wears as trophies on every adventure.
That is what she meant to say. Pumpkin one with $14.28. Your faces are also lovely, and your storytelling is somehow even better.
Wow.
Fractal Eye with $50. Here's hoping the whole plan goes off without too much of a hitch. With everyone's hair and costume game on point, like it is, I have total faith it will. Spud luck.
I think the plan is going very well.
It's going
so
very well.
far.
I mean, the violence happened.
Yeah.
And the sun didn't die. Like, this is like, we're in a mission. Like, okay,
You made your lives a lot easier by drugging them.
You're welcome.
Our Chaos 46
good
with
idea.
$10.
Shadowrun right?
Enough, yeah. Good luck to the heist crew and their new Scion. Scion. I didn't even
Scion.
pronounce the P on that one.
Spying.
Void Smoker with $25. Thanks for another riveting episode of Leviathan, Drugs and Stars. And lastly, Paladin Rock
Drugs
with...
and spars.
Ooh, yeah. With $2. You were sparring a lot.
Yeah.
With $2.41.
That wasn't a pun, that was the word spar.
but it was also kind of punny.
Oh, here.
This was very entertaining combat. Well done, everyone. Thank you.
Good.
I like when people get creative with things like, can I drop on their face? Yes, you can.
I mean, you gave me, you're like,
Here's your option.
Claudia wants to do this really
Or
bad.
exciting action like trying to open a box.
It was pretty funny, though. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we will be right back.
Hi.